Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining my channel. And today I have a special collab video for you. Carrie from Weight Watchers with Carrie invited me to join this collab, and it's special Weight Watcher friendly crock pot recipes. Did I tell you that there's 18 of us? 18 total. So what I chose to make is my family's pork roast. Plain and simple. My mother, my stepfather made it for years. Crock pot in the oven, you know, like in a Dutch oven in the oven, doesn't matter. It takes, of course, a lot longer in the crock pot. It took me 7 hours yesterday to make it, and it's delicious. It's simply pork, sauerkraut, some onions, and then the carrots. And I'll tell you a little secret if you're not that crazy about sauerkraut. When you dump the sauerkraut in the strainer to strain it, make sure you rinse it first. Rinse all that juice off there. It makes it a much milder tasting sauerkraut. And then I add my thinly sliced onion to it. And the onion gives it a sweetness. And it blends all in together with the sauerkraut. And it is absolutely delicious. I love this dish. The only points you're counting is the pork, and that is 5 points for 3 ounces. And I'll show you my plate at the end. I used a small plate because lately I'm eating smaller amounts of food. So I've been putting them on smaller, like sandwich plates instead of a big dinner plate, because I'm either gonna wanna fill the dinner plate or I'm gonna feel like I'm being cheated because there's a smaller amount of food on a big plate. So it's my mind game. So you'll see my smaller plate, and I was very happy to eat that for dinner yesterday for only 5 points. So I think you know what's next, don't you? I'm going to tell you the names of the women and their channels for the other 17. And forgive me, but I'm going to have to read off my screen because I couldn't memorize all 17 of them, okay? All right, we have Carrie from Weight Watchers with Carrie. She's the one that started the collab. Lisa at Lisa's Country Kitchen, Kelly from Freedom in a Budget, Julie from Living Large on Lifetime, Anita from Chit Chat, Kate from Kate and James, Kim from Prep Whisperer, Gina from Gina Pearson, Kat from Kat on Point. We have B from B's Journey, Mel from Mel's Weight Loss Journey, Liz from Reluctant Vegetarian, Victoria, Weight Loss Journey of a Texas Girl, Lisa from Lissy L's Vlogs, Sandy from Let's Get Fit, and Sabrina from Sabrina's Search for Health and Happy. Now, I know most of these women. I've seen their videos and I've subscribed to their channels. There are maybe 3 of them that I have never heard of before today. But by the time I'm done watching their videos, I will definitely be one of their new subbies today. And I encourage you, when you finish watching this video, to go down the list that you will find in my drop-down box and visit these wonderful women who have taken the time to put these videos out to help us find different alternatives to eat, a bigger variety of food to eat to help us on our weight loss journey. And I think you're gonna find their channels awesome, and the women themselves, and do us all a favor and subscribe to them as well. Show them a little love and click that like button. And I really hope you enjoy their videos and mine as well. So let's get in the kitchen. All right, guys, let's get started. Now I'm prepping this the night before. It's 7:39, and I like to do this so that the next day all I have to do is throw it in the crock pot. I'll show you what we have here. I have a pork shoulder. I got this from Sam's Club, $10, $11. It's nice and big. Over here I have the sauerkraut, and this is 27 ounces, so it's a nice big can. I not only drain it, but I rinse it because I like a very mild sauerkraut. If you're not a big fan of sauerkraut, go ahead and rinse it. Try it this way. You might really like it. Along with the sauerkraut, I've got half of a large onion. and I mix it in with the sauerkraut. Once it's done cooking, it just becomes part of the sauerkraut. You don't notice the onions. It just adds a sweetness to the dish. And then I have 1 pound of baby carrots minus 1 baby carrot. And for seasonings, a really simple salt and pepper and some celery seed. Now give me a second to set up my camera and I will go ahead and show you how I layer things in. Okay guys, let's get started before my camera falls again. Here's my crock pot and, let's just see. Sorry, I was gonna adjust something here. First thing I'm gonna do is put about half of this sauerkraut inside the bottom, just for a nice little veggie bed. And let me try and get this pork up here. Jeepers, you know what? I might have to cut this in half. I'll be right back. All right, that took a hot minute. I had to cut that sucker in half and then stand them up because there was just no room in this crock pot. But I've done it before and that works just fine. All right, now I'm gonna season the meat with a little of my salt. This is a pink Himalayan. It's supposed to be a little better for us, but I like it because it's pink. And I like pretty pink things. And I'm gonna add some pepper. Now you're gonna salt and pepper as you see fit for your family, of course. I'm probably gonna put a little more pepper on the top. And then I'm gonna put in the rest of the onion or all of the onion and the rest of the sauerkraut. Sorry, I had a little hiccup there, literally. Now this is all gonna fall down to the bottom and get all mixed up with the onion. And like I said, you won't even know the difference between the sauerkraut and the onions once it's cooked for all those hours. Now I usually have to get in here and mix things around while this is baking. Baking? No, they don't bake. But that's okay. I like to add just a skosh bit of water in there, a couple onions, and my celery seed that was supposed to go down on top of my sauerkraut, but I forgot. But like I said, I'll be mixing it throughout. I do open my crock pots every couple hours to look at things and mix them, and I've never had a problem. You know, nothing's taken longer than it should have because I opened it. But this is all that you have to do. And like I said, I'm doing this the night before. This is going in the refrigerator, and then tomorrow morning, I'm just gonna take it out and pop it in the thingy. And it's going to go probably 6 hours on high. And I'm gonna start it as early as I can to get it done so we can have it. So I'll be back with you tomorrow when I have this going, maybe part way through when I'm ready to test it or something. I'll show you what it looks like and we'll take it from there. See you later. It is 4 o'clock and this is done. Let me see, when did I start it? 10, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 hours ago. And this is what it looks like. I had no choice but to take half of this meat out because it was just too much. And I put it in a pot in the oven. That looks super delicious. And this meat is falling apart. I checked it with forks in both of these pots. And it's just, oh, there's a bone right there because this is a bone-in shoulder. And I'm gonna go ahead and plate some of this and tell you what the points are for the beef. Be right back. All right, here's half of the pork roast with a lot of the sauerkraut and carrots. It's not very pretty, but it sure is delicious. And here's my plate. It is 3 ounces of the pork, which is 5 points. And of course, the vegetables are all 0 points. I'm not a big fan of sauerkraut, so I don't eat a lot of it. This is about 1/3 of a cup, but I do love the carrots. I piled those on high. And now when I make this, I usually make it with mashed potatoes, not gonna lie. But I'm not gonna have the mashed potatoes with this particular plate full because, you know, I don't want the points. But that's how we serve it. And of course with dinner rolls and butter, yeah, which I don't have either. So I'm just gonna have this plate for 5 points, and it's a real simple pork roast to do. I do it a couple times every winter, and it feeds us for a few days, and it's very tasty and enjoyable. So I hope you give the pork roast a try, and if you do, let me know how you liked it. Until I see you again, be blessed.